I'm conflicted about Teezo Touchdown, so today we're going to be discussing his entire discography album by album, song by song, and adding that to a bunch of other categories to get an overall artist scale out of 10. And we're going to see just how good Teezo Touchdown really is. But before we do that, get your cranberry juice, get your Cheerios, and consider subscribing because I upload videos just like this 2 times a week. All music related content, sometimes news. With that being said, let's get right into this video. In case you didn't know, Teezo Touchdown used to have a lot more rap music back when he was Teezo Suave. He had songs like It Depends and a bunch of other things like that, which I thought were pretty good, but we're not going to be including those on this. So we're just going to start this off with the original Teezo Touchdown that we got right now, and that starts with the song Slice. And I thought this song was okay overall, but I didn't think it was that special. But we really get interested when we have this sky background. We have songs like Strong Friend, Careful, Suckin', and Rooting For You, Social Cues, and Bad Enough. Technically in mid, I thought those were all an incredible group of songs, and they're not really an album, but I still think they're very enjoyable pieces of work by themselves. I think that technically is one of his highlights on his career. He had incredible vocal performance here. I think it was a very catchy song, and we get a lot of catchy Teezo Touchdown. Careful was another good example. Sucker was pretty good, and overall, when I first heard him, I was pretty interested. And he ups this up in 2021, later 2021, when he makes I'm Just a Fan, as well as Handyman, which were 2 very incredible songs. But he followed that up in 2023 with Familiarity and 5 O'Clock, which a lot of people know him for. And those songs were also very incredible, but you probably know him for his features like on Drake's album, Travis Scott's album, Tyler Creator's album, which he does an incredible job on, arguably better than a lot of his discography, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for his brand new album, How Do You Sleep at Night With You, which I think is an incredible song. We have incredible album. We have songs like You Thought, Sweet, Impossible. I Don't Think You See Me was a pretty good one. Nune, Up and Down, Out of Respect, and Third Coast, which makes me believe that this album is a 7 out of 10. So with that, we have the discography so far. I rank up to like a 7.5 out of 10 because of his previous works that he has out. So with that alone, we have a 7.5, and I think some of the things that he needs to work on though in the future is maybe up his vocals a little bit more, as well as he might need some better lyrics, because I feel like a lot of the weakest parts on this album, or a lot of his stuff in general, is he has a oftentimes getting decently corny, like pretty corny. Like, I don't know how I can listen to some of these songs, and I think that's the weakest part of them is the lyrics. And it's not like a horrible thing. He has very creative lines, like on Amen. He did a pretty good job. He has interesting creative lines, but sometimes he just needs to ease up on the cheesiness a little bit. I think he's trying to just be extra marketable, but for future endeavors, bro, I think it would do him a lot better if he was a lot less corny and maybe hired a ghostwriter, as Jess D. Buns would say, my fellow YouTuber. But something that he's very strong with is his lyrics. At the same time, he has some very creative pen game. And I heard him say that he was excited for Andre 3000 to listen to his pen game, and a couple other people were excited. And I can see why, but if he brushes up on that a little bit, it could be a very big strong suit. His character is also very animated, it's very interesting. So let's get right into this ranking system. And starting off with that ranking system, we have his discography, which we put as a 7.5. And his versatility, I give a 7.7 because of the fact that he's a pretty good rapper as well as a pretty good singer. And I feel like we haven't gotten to experience as much as he can do yet, just because he's only dropped 1 studio album. But I think that as time goes on, he can establish himself as a very versatile artist, because I think he's a very creative mind. His artistry, because of that, another creativity. His production is incredible. He has a decent vision when it comes to making music. I give his artistry an 8.7 out of 10, which is pretty good, I think. I think that's very above average compared to your every other day artist. Matter of fact, let's give him an 8.8. All right, and his lyricism isn't horrible, but as we said, it could be polished up on. We'll give that a 6 out of 10. And his influence is another very big thing, and for his influence, I'm feeling like he deserves like a decent 7. I feel like as time goes on, he has a higher chance of increasing influence, but just because how new he is recently, we haven't gotten a very good, strong grasp of how many people who he has influenced. He's definitely out there with making people a lot more interested in being themselves and trying to make other creative ideas work out. But we haven't seen a very, very strong influence just yet. I feel like he's also very good at establishing people who would normally be rap fans into a lot more than rap fans, which is something I appreciate him for, is because a lot of people were just stuck in a rap bubble where that's all they would listen to. But with that being said, Teezo Touchdown, overall you add all this stuff up and you get a average of 7.4, which is a pretty good score if you ask me. And with that being said, what do you guys think about Teezo Touchdown? Do you think he deserves a higher or a lower ranking? And consider subscribing if you made it this far, because I'm going to do a lot more of these. I'm talking Kanye West, Tyler, the Creator, everybody you could think of, bro. Even some Detroit rappers, stuff like that. And with that being said, I love you all very much. I'm Conflicted, and I'm out. Peace.